We were a band of brothers. We know each other, and there was no rivalry at all between us. Some had more success, some less, but when we were together, we were exchanging our experience, and we were happy to have survived, and so. And even nowadays, we are this band of brothers. I know exactly when I think the war was lost. That was end of 42, when the curves were crossing, the curve of sunken ships and the curve of new built ships. Well, already at the end of 42, the sunken ships were decreasing, the number of the sunken ships were decreasing, so the curves were crossing, and that was a point when I said, now, the one curve will go more down and the other will still increase the number of new build ships. And that was to me the end of the war. The name of the group that was ordered into this area was Group Endrass. And Endrass was my best friend. The whole operation was in memory of Endrass, who lost his life end of 41 in the same area. We got signals by a Condor, a FW-200. This plane sent bearings, so we were able to contact the convoy. The convoy was consisting of 26 ships and was very strongly secured. There were 6 destroyers, and the weather conditions were very bad, very bad. So anyhow, I succeeded in attacking twice and sinking 5 ships. And after the first attack, I drew back and was followed by a destroyer. The destroyer was with high speed, came closer and closer. And I could see already details on the bridge of the destroyer. And I was just saying alarm, knowing that that would probably be the end, because he knew exactly my position, and he only had to send depth charges in the diving spot. Just before I said alarm, he made a turn and he threw depth charges, and it was the only time of the war that I have seen the depth charges that should kill me. I saw the effect of the exploding depth charges. Perhaps I should start to say something about the sinking of the Reuben James. We saw only when we had detected an explosion, and after that a second very, very strong explosion. It would have an easy game to launch another torpedo and to attack again, but I didn't want to disturb the rescue actions, and therefore we left the scene. And as I wrote in my book, years later after the war, I read about the dramatic situation on board with the loss of more than 100 people, and under what dramatic conditions, tragic conditions, they lost their lives. Because this second explosion of the of the depth charges was catastrophic. And they were like balls, they were thrown through the air and then into the fire of the burning oil, and it was, I never forget it. First, I have to mention that it is discipline that you have to have on board. That is the most important thing. Then knowledge of everything. You must be familiar with all details on board. You must know personally everybody. You must know his story, his family situation. You must be a father of your boys. That is, from my point of view, very, very important. And perhaps I should like to say you must be able to hide your deficiencies. Everybody has deficiencies. I don't think there is one man without. And you have to hide it, so you have to wear, to a certain degree, a mask. Not always, but in very difficult situations. For instance, when you are suffering on depth charges, you are walking on a very thin line. On one side is life, on the other side is death. But you should not show that you are balancing on this line with great difficulties. You have always to be on the safe side in the face of your crew.